Right, the covers are starting to be fitted now. I've fitted the front nose cone cover, put some new bolts in. I worked it out the other day. I must have renewed about 150 bolts on this machine and drilled out at least 36, as they were sheared off and missing and all sorts of problems with them. I tend to coat any bolts which goes back with sort of anti-seize compound. I think it's just good engineering practice, to be honest, to make sure that anybody else who would take over this machine in the future, when nobody keeps the machine forever, but if anybody else takes it on, things can be removed for maintenance with ease. So all the row of bolts and on this one had to be actually ground off. The heads had to be ground off and drilled out and retapped. All the screws in the front part of this cover had to be sort of hammered out with a impact screwdriver. One had to be drilled. Impact screwdriver worked on most of them. There's 6 in it altogether and 8 bolts up there alone. The bonnet is all attached now and all fixed properly. I can actually fit Land Rover type bonnet catches on this machine. The originals could not be saved, unfortunately, so I'll be obtaining four spring Land Rover catches to secure the bonnet from both sides, so 2 per side. The engine is now painted up. I'm about to plumb in new pipe work for the sprinkler system. The pipe work is actually plumbed in from the cab to the front rolls. Is already done. The rotary pump will be fitted on the cover in this position here. We'll operate it from the driver's cab with a couple of pumps. You can pump front and rear. The foot plate's going to be refitted. I've cleaned them up. They're going to be refitted. Before the covers are put back on, they will be given a final grease up, all the linkages, screw coupling, screw for your handbrake, which works fine now, absolutely fine. Remember, that was solid when I first had the machine. I could not move it. It needed heat. Without heat you couldn't do a lot of these jobs, to be honest. It's one of the most important tools on any restoration job is warming equipment. The engine runs sweeter than that, so absolutely delighted with that. It's got new filters now. All the front end steering box has been lubricated. Very little wear on the front roll pins, if any, which I'm delighted with. Didn't have to make any new bushes up. Water tanks went up fairly well, even though the left hand one is heavier, because the left hand one is plated with wear plates on the top for the driver to climb into the cab. So it's slightly heavier, the left one to the right one. But she's getting there now. I would say she's about 90% there now. Some of the parts I cannot get on eBay or anywhere. I might have to wait till the vintage rallies at the end of this month, particularly Welland. You can get lots of parts at Welland. In particular, I've got to get a light for that bracket, 2 lights for that bracket. As you can see, she's getting there now. It'll have one final coat of mid Brunswick green to finish off, and that will be about it. Everything seems to work fine in it now. The bonnet will be, I intend to put 1000 grit rub over on the bonnet, and then it'll be sprayed and be brought up to a really high gloss like the front. That's the plan at this moment in time. This green is the first top coat, so it'll be flatted, masked out, and just given a final probably 2 coats of green over the top of that. And that's Coming to the end of the project, the semi-rotary pump, which is this is a semi-rotary pump. I got this off eBay. This will be used to supply, to pump water from the tanks to the sprinkler system. These have now been connected up. The spray bars work absolutely perfect. Everything's connected, as I say, right back to the cab area now. I used a trolley jack to put the tank on to make safety is another consideration when you're doing any restorations, because this can do you a lot of damage if that tank comes down on you, because that weighs about the equivalent of about 3 bags of cement empty, so it's a fair old lump. This pipe here is the water supply pipe to the front, so that's all together, back together now as far as there. So basically the water supply piping is going to come from the feed pipe off the right tank up to the semi-rotary pump into a branch under the seat, and then distributed to the front and rear spray bars. This is the rear spray bar, which I actually made from scratch. All the cab area has been sprayed matte black. This, as you can see, there's not much left to do now. It's just touching in jobs. 2 engine covers to fit, 2 side covers to fit, and that's the tin work back together basically. So I would estimate it's on track. I actually planned this job for this one and the Fortune Major to be completed by the end of July. So they're both on track now after a slight hiccup with the transmission, with the drive coupling, which now seems to be okay. So so the next job now is first job is to tidy up the garage area, because done a lot of work on this in the last day. So tidy the garage area up first, and then plumbing the hoses for the water supply, and I'll probably do a test on that then. So next week sometime, and working days next week, so everything will be on stop again. So that's it for now, on a nice sunny morning. So here's till next time.